Hello, my name is Kiriath, and today we are going to talk about the possibility of a new Drazhar model for the Dark Eldar / Drukhari, depending on which name you prefer. This won't be a long one, hopefully. I'll try not to ramble too much. It's actually kind of fairly simple, but you will have to bear with me a moment, because I made a mistake in all of this, unfortunately. So yesterday I got a DM over Twitter from Hollow Nerox, thank you for sending me this by the way, and they said, I just wanted to PM you about this image I saw posted by the official Warhammer Art store. And contained therein was a link, what I clicked, and there was an image. The weird thing about this is that I've never seen this artwork used in any books. Plus, the artist always posts his 40k art on his ArtStation page after it is officially released, but this one is no one on there. The big thing here is that it says it is titled Drazhar vs Janezar, but the Incubi fighting Janezar looks very different from Drazhar's current model. So I was thinking this might be a first look at a new Drazhar design, especially considering the last two previews of the new event was of Howling Banshees and Incubi. Anyhow, just wanted to share this with you, no idea if it's worth a video or not. It is worth a video, especially since that image is now gone. Now you see, I made a mistake. I actually thought this would be an official thing, that it would stay up, that it wasn't an error on someone else's part, that it was up there, but I think it was. So as you can see, the link that they sent me now leads to a 404. Now when I clicked this yesterday, it did not lead to a 404, it led to new artwork that I've not seen before, and it is titled, you can clearly see, Drazhar vs Janezar. That is part of the URL. Now, a couple of things jump out at me about this whole thing. Firstly, you don't delete a page just suddenly having put it live unless there was some sort of mistake, whether it be some sort of error in terms of typing or upload or something like that. What I assume happened was that either someone set the publish date to the wrong date in whatever backend they use for this, or alternatively, they just flat out clicked the wrong thing and said publish now. The image is now gone. I didn't take a screenshot because I thought it would stick around, but it hasn't, which just makes this all the more interesting to me. So, the fact that it's now disappeared and the fact that the artist does not have it on his ArtStation page suggests that that piece of art was not supposed to go up yet. It is clearly titled and labelled in the URL as being Drazhar vs Janezar, and I can tell you from having looked at it myself, and as Hollow Nerox pointed out, the Drazhar in this picture did not look like the Drazhar we currently have in model form. You can tell which one it was because of the presence of Janezar as well. So it's not like a case of, oh, well, it could have just been any random person. No, the piece is pretty significantly titled, and that's the whole subject of it. So it's safe to assume that he actually looks considerably different in this picture, when it does eventually show up again, than he does in model form right now. Now, if you wrap that all up in the context of Psychic Awakening and some of the rumours that have been floating around regarding Dark Eldar versus Eldar in a box, and things kind of start to get a bit more interesting. I mean, this could be artwork that is for one of the, just for a book, could be part of the Psychic Awakening book part 1, could be a nice spread in the middle with a nice bit of artwork, or you do need artwork for boxes. So if you had, for instance, Dark Eldar vs Eldar, led by Drazhar and Janezar, a whole bunch of new plastic models, plastic Incubi, plastic Howling Banshees, in that box, the art that was shown very briefly on that link would be quite a good thing to have on said box. To be honest, I'm very much leaning towards it pointing towards something significant. As I say, it's not really massively common practice to just randomly delete pages a few minutes after they were set live. The fact that the artist does not put the art on their ArtStation, and the general pattern that we're seeing in terms of new models, especially right now for Eldar and Dark Eldar, it kind of makes sense that you would update some of those, some of those well-known heroes / champions / leaders of those factions at the same time. And if you wanted to do a big statement box for your new storyline, especially Psychic Awakening, which has so far had a significant tie-in to Eldar especially, that would be quite a good way to do it. Have your new models led by new versions of old heroes, stick them all in a massive £95 box, as they usually are, and that could be the launch event for your new campaign. It's a shame I don't have the picture. I am genuinely very disappointed in myself for the fact that I didn't save it, because I should have done. I made a mistake in thinking that it was actually supposed to be up there, but we can clearly see now that no, it was not supposed to be up there. That was clearly put up a bit too early. But it does mean now that we can do some nice speculation. And remember, that's all that this is. This is just like joining multiple, like just connecting dots, whether it forms a coherent picture or even a picture that turns out to be accurate in the future. I can't really tell you that because it's not the future yet, and I'm only speculating on what I've seen at the moment. But to be honest, it does not seem out of the realm of possibility that we might see that kind of thing, that artwork was for a box or a book, that it is part of the background for a new model for Drazhar, and going along with the fact that we've got new Incubi, we've got new Howling Banshees, it does not seem really out of the realm of possibility at all, and it would make a lot of sense, to be honest, especially with the background of Psychic Awakening as a whole. So yeah, that is a possible hint, a possible indication that a new Drazhar model is on the way. I'd be interested to hear what you think about this, whether you think I'm just drawing things out of thin air, drawing straws out of air. That's not a saying. But I'm just drawing conclusions out of nothing, whether you think there might be something to this. And again, I can only apologise for the fact that I didn't just copy the picture before it disappeared. I will make sure that next time someone sends me something, I screenshot the ever-loving hell out of it so that there is a record all the time. But yeah, be interested to hear what you think about all of that. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, feel free to click the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. And again, there is an affiliate link in the description for Element Games. If you click it and buy something, I get something saying you that way. You save between 15 and 25% off anything you buy in terms of paints and 40k and Bolt Action, Age of Sigmar and X-Wing and every other tabletop thing they stock. It's a nice way to support the channel because you just buy the things you wanted and you don't have to do anything else. No extra expenditure or effort. So you can do that if you would like. As always, I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.